it's that time to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PT, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Good Morning Grenada for today, Wednesday. It is the 11th day of February 2026. Thanking God for life, for health, strength, and His continued protection. Yeah, it's Wednesday, so Heavenly Father, on this beautiful Wednesday, we come together in gratitude for the blessings You've bestowed upon us. May Your love and light guide us through this day, filling our hearts with hope, peace, and joy. Help us to extend kindness and compassion to everyone we meet and to find strength in Your unwavering support. Bless our loved ones with good health, happiness, and protection. Give us the wisdom to make choices that bring us closer to You and to one another. In the precious name of Jesus, amen. Wednesday blessing, have a beautiful day. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in Thy sight, O Lord, my strength, my Redeemer. That's coming from Psalms 19 and verse 14. Thank you, Rev. Good morning, Petlin. Petlin is on her way to work. Hey, driver, be careful, right? You've got precious cargo on board and want to hear anything. All right, good, nice. Mildred Smith, good morning. Yulin Alexander, Monica Miros Williams, Michelle Daniel, Destined to Win Overcomer, Mary E. Banks, who else is here? Michelle Bernard is there, Monica Miros Williams, Juan Brathwaite Batson. Good morning, my people. How are you doing? Is that your desire today? What do you think about Jesus? As we head into the word of the day, that word today is reliable. Reliable. It is spelled R-E-L-I-A-B-L-E. Reliable. What it means, dependable. Being able to be depended on. Reliable. Yeah, R-E-L-I-A-B-L-E. Jennifer Lawrence, good morning. Jennifer Colimo, good morning. Yoland Swan, good morning. It is indeed a good day to have a good day. 26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. To all those of you out in the diaspora, good morning. Reliable, dependable, that's what it means. Public transport should be reliable. Should be able to depend on public transport. Yeah. Good morning to all those of you as farmers. Good morning to the farmers, the fisher folk. As you go about your daily chores, your daily routine, be positive in what you do today. I want to say good morning to Inspector Leon McQueen and family. And folks, again, I'm urging you, I'm reminding you to be a part of the fitness club at the South St. George Police Station, man. They've got it going on. Listen, you just want to keep fit, you alright? You don't necessarily want to be this muscular bodybuilder per se, but you want to keep fit. Fitness is life. That's your opportunity. Visit the South St. George Police Station, the recreation ground, Monday through Thursday, from 5 to 6. 1 full power hour. Burn the unnecessary calories. Yep, they've got exceptional trainers. Mr. Marquin himself, he is a fitness freak. You have to bring Miss Merrill, I've noticed she, getting she hand damage and things. She needs to work on the muscles in the hand. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Good morning, Kathy and Kenneth, Zuri Solange. Good morning, Rico Andrew. Good morning. How are you doing, Papi? All is well. Nice. I'm wondering if that match with West Indies and England has already started. Someone send me some information if you've got any. Good morning, Heather. How are you doing this morning? I hope they did not, disrupt your peace of mind last night with too much noise. Jillian, good morning to you. Hilarion Dudu Gunpot, good morning. The graduating class of McDonald College, 89, good morning to you. Andrew Booba, Night Nurse Williams. Alvin and the team at the Curry Part, good morning to you. My friends at Tropicana Restaurant, good morning. Oh, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. That's the motivational tip of the day. The only way to get started is to quit talking and start doing, begin doing it. Stop talking about it, stop saying I will do that and do it. What's stopping you? Wendy Williams, good morning. You would have done it, but you didn't. Why didn't you? Citizen always talks about that, would have, and yeah, I would have done it. Then why didn't you? Would have done it didn't mean you did it. We'll see you, Thomas, good morning. Grenada, Carrico, and Pity Martinic and Carrico, good morning. Michelle Daniel is with us. Wendy Williams. Vicklin Maureen, good morning. Vicklin inside of Paradise, good morning. Simoon, as a matter of fact, good morning. Good morning. Mommy Quinn, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Yeah. Hope all is well. Looking to make somebody dance. Yeah. Right. Nice. Right. Yeah, let me make somebody dance this morning. All right, good. Yeah, this is... Yeah, you ain't gonna get up. Holy Spirit. Take my soul. Holy Spirit, fill my soul. Michelle Joa here, good morning. Holy Spirit, take my soul. How are you doing this morning? Mr. Crawford out there in Barbados, good morning. How's Bimsha? When is the election in Barbados? Is it today? I think it's today, no? Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. What's buzzing this morning? Well, this morning a whole lot of things are buzzing. A manhunt on the way after prisoner escapes a general hospital. We also hear that a farmer is charged with capital murder in death of student. Health officials confirm 3 active tuberculosis cases. In the region, Jamaica's top diplomats meet in Kingston amid geopolitical uncertainty. 9 people killed and at least 25 injured in shootings in Canada. And in sports, Intercol launches with record-breaking financial contribution. $350,000 from Lotto. That's a lot. But it's needed. It's worth it. Yeah, if we want them to excel, we've got to pump the resources into them, all right? Give them this platform. Yeah. Good morning to the world. Violence in Canada. That's, it's once in a blue moon you hear that Canada is usually a very peaceful place, huh? St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua. Nurse Pierre and family. Guide my steps away from temptation. Nurse Pascal, how are you and the hubby doing? All you good? Nice. The folks at Intensive Care Unit, good morning. The General Hospital on the whole, good morning to all the doctors, all the nurses, all the assistants, all those of you who come together to provide this, this much needed health care, health services to all of us as citizens. I yearn for the day when all the nurses and doctors and all those within the medical fraternity get recognized. Maybe with a medal, because your work is exemplary. It's miraculous. You do so much with such little resources, man. I mean, notwithstanding the fact that there are those who, just lapse because you think you're a public servant. Is the government that paid me, not you? You know what I'm saying? We've got to change that mentality if we are to be truly independent, right? Yeah. Get rid of the slavery, the slave mentality that someone has to be on your back to get the work done. My manager doesn't have to be here to know that I'm here. I'm here on mornings. I look forward to this. I am reliable. I'm dependable. They can depend on me. Can they say that about you in your workplace? Michael Hutchinson, Mikey and Michael, good morning to you and the family. Nice. Reminding us all that is indeed a good day to have a good day. Erlyn in the U.S., good morning to you. How are you doing, my dear? Eppen and the guys in Chocolate City. Banji and Squazim and Tito. Pops on the western side, Duquesne to be precise. Good morning to you, Duquesne. Good morning, Popine. Understand you're not doing too well, but hold the faith. Always remember, despite what you're going through, someone is envious of your position. They wish you were, they were you. Their situation is so much worse than yours. My partners, Jelani Glynn, good morning. How you do, papi? Big time politician now, boy. Daddy must be a proud man. Mr. Neville Glynn, good morning to you. How are you doing? Present and past teachers of McDonald College, Tivoli RC School. Those are my alma maters, yeah? Yeah. Zobaida Duncan, Zobi inside of Ahoma. Matthew Pegleg, good morning to you and the family. Pressure. Fali, good morning. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
For 35 years, one name has stood with us. Through the storms and sunshine, we've been by your side. Whether you're on the road, at sea, on site, or at home, with Grenadian General Insurance, confidence comes standard. It's never been a better time to renew and update for added benefits. Join us in celebrating 35 years of safeguarding what matters most. Grenadian General Insurance, 35 years strong. Visit Grenadian General Insurance on Scott Street, St. George's. Call us at 440-2434 or visit grenadiangeneral.gd to get the coverage you need.
For when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you run it, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you run it, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada.
This is the GBN Morning Edition of News for today, Wednesday, the 11th day of February 2026. In the headlines, manhunt underway after prisoner escapes General Hospital. A farmer charged with capital murder in death of student. Health officials confirm 3 active tuberculosis cases. In the region, Jamaica's top diplomats meet in Kingston amid geopolitical uncertainty. Internationally, 9 killed and at least 25 injured in shootings in Canada. And in sports, Intercal launches with a record-breaking financial contribution. The details to these and more after these messages.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical, best value. Expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. To graphics and the team from Hot 98 FM, we say thank you very much for joining us. The Royal Grenada Police Force is conducting an intensive manhunt for an inmate who escaped police custody during a hospital visit at the General Hospital. The escaped prisoner, Edwin Lawrence of Laborie in St. George, also known as Runner, was last seen wearing a yellow t-shirt before running into the bushes near the hospital. The police investigations and search operations continue as the inmate has yet to be found. I do hope that this is relevant and that they, I hope they caught him. All right, I hope this news item is redundant. All right, 42-year-old farmer Cade Kellon Richards was charged with capital murder in connection with the death of 22-year-old student Alejandra Let Hippolyte of Crucial in St. George and St. Andrew, Grenada's first homicide for 2026. Richards also faces additional charges, including attempted rape, sexual assault, assault with a deadly instrument, and wounding stemming stemming from separate investigations. Bail was denied, and he has been remanded to His Majesty's prison. He's expected to appear before the Grenville Magistrates Court on March 2nd. Meanwhile, Social Development and Gender Affairs Minister Gloria Thomas has described the killing as a brutal act of gender-based violence. Speaking at Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, she called for deeper collaboration amongst government, churches, civil society, and families to protect women and girls, stressing that meaningful change must also address how boys are raised. Grenada typically records just 2 to 3 confirmed tuberculosis cases each year, but the Ministry of Health has already identified 3 active cases in 2026. Officials say the patients are in isolation and receiving treatment. Tuberculosis is a bacterial infection that usually affects the lungs and spreads through respiratory droplets after prolonged close contact. Only active TB cases are contagious. Symptoms include a persistent cough, fever, fatigue, and weight loss. The disease is curable with antibiotics, but can be fatal if untreated. To stem the spread, the public is encouraged to cover their mouths and noses when coughing or sneezing and practice frequent hand washing. The ministry is conducting contact tracing and offering preventive treatment to those who may have been exposed. And that concludes the first segment of news. The local segments stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. It's 7 minutes on to 7 o'clock in the region. Jamaica has convened a high-level meeting of its top diplomats and consular officials in Kingston this week as the government moves to align foreign policy priorities amid growing global uncertainty. Heads of diplomatic and consular missions are meeting with senior officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade to strengthen coordination and prepare for shifting geopolitical and economic conditions. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has also reiterated the importance of caution and stability in navigating international developments, saying Jamaica must avoid unnecessary risks while continuing to be a strong voice for small developing states. The United States has effectively severed Cuba's access to its primary petroleum sources in Venezuela and Mexico through political pressure, leaving the Caribbean nation reeling. We have more in this report from DW News.
In the streets of Havana, coal cellars are everywhere. Amid power outages lasting up to 10 hours and as shortages of fuel, food and medicine begin to bite, hard-pressed Cubans are having to be resourceful. No foreign fuel or oil tanker has arrived in Cuba in weeks, meaning many are resorting to cooking with coal. Those who can afford it, meanwhile, have been turning to solar panels. Installers have seen demand go through the roof. Since US President Donald Trump severed the island's access to its primary petroleum sources in Venezuela and Mexico, the Cuban government has brought in emergency measures to ration what fuel is left and ease blackouts that are affecting everything from homes to hospitals. They've shuttered universities, reduced school hours and the work week, and slashed public transport, leaving Cubans stranded and worried.
Turning our attention now to the world outside the region. 9 people have been killed and 25 injured in related shootings at a school and home in Western Canada, according to police. 7 were fatally wounded at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School, while the other 2 victims were found at the nearby residence. The suspect was also found dead with a self-inflicted injury. The attacker's identity has not officially been released, but a shelter-in-place alert described the suspect as a female in a dress with brown hair. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney says he's devastated as he suspended a planned trip to Germany. A student died during protest over unpaid financial aid at Senegal's top university in Dakar as weeks of unrest over delayed stipends escalated into clashes with security forces. We have more in this Reuters report.
Demonstrations at Sheikh Anta Diop University in Dakar began in early December and escalated on Monday as students and security forces clashed. Footage verified by Reuters showed students scrambling to escape flames and smoke engulfing the building, with some falling to the ground. The government said on Monday that second-year dental surgery student Abdoulaye Ba died during the clashes and that an investigation had been launched. A student association president said Ba suffered fatal head trauma and severe blood loss. They added that Ba was not participating in the protests, but was assaulted by police who entered students' rooms before taking him to a nearby student welfare office. Police in Dakar did not respond to a request for comment. A government statement described Ba's death as a result of injuries sustained during, quote, serious events on campus, but did not give further details. In a joint statement, rights groups, including Amnesty International, condemned what they called the disproportionate use of force by police.
And that concludes the regional and international segment of news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Sporting fans, well, if you're into athletics and you're a student or a parent, a guardian of a student attending the secondary schools, well, this is good news. The 2026 edition of the Grenada Inter-Secondary Schools Athletics Championships, or Intercall, has officially kicked off with a historic financial commitment. The National Lotteries Authority, that's the NLA, announced a massive $350,000 sponsorship package, the largest single contribution ever recorded for the Games. The sum marks a significant increase from $300,000 provided last year and $255,000 allocated in 2024. General Manager Cindy Henry explained that the funding is strategically designed to enhance the quality of the Games and provide direct support to participating schools. Meanwhile, Winter Olympic organizers have launched a probe into multiple incidents of medals breaking, including one instance faced by U.S. downhill ski champion Breezy Johnson, whose medal cracked after it fell off. We have more in this Reuters report.
Olympic gold should feel unbreakable, but at the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics, medals are literally falling apart. German biathlete Justus Strello found his bronze cracked on the floor during celebrations. American downhill skiing champion Breezy Johnson won gold, jumped for joy, and watched her medal come apart. And U.S. figure skater Alyssa Liu's gold popped off its ribbon while she was celebrating. So what's going wrong? Organizers have investigated. Spokesperson Luca Casassa says athletes whose medals are affected are invited to return them, and they have looked into the issue in close coordination with the Italian state mint responsible for production. The medals have a unique design, two halves that join through the Olympic symbols in the middle. But the issue may stem from the medal's cord, which has a breakaway mechanism required by law. It's designed to prevent choking if pulled with force, but it may be too sensitive for the weight of the medals, which clock in at about 500 grams, roughly the weight of 5 sticks of butter. Some athletes have already had their medals replaced, and organizers are promising fixes to ensure that the hardware matches the achievement.
And that concludes the sporting highlights. Just to remind you that West Indies should be taking on England today just around 8:30 our time. We look forward to that results. Hopefully we can have that in our luncheon sportscast, or worst case scenario, the primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look? The Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
For the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Tricia Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you and good morning to listeners of GBN. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1015.7 millibars, which is above the mean and it's rising. Present temperature 25.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 74%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 29.7 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 25.4 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 16.4 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be generally fair, windy, and slightly hazy. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 30.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate to slightly rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be high around 10 a.m. and low about 4:30 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:12. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:29. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be generally fair, windy, and slightly hazy. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
Thank you very much, Tricia. Have yourself a wonderful day now. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited. It's 3 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. A manhunt underway after prisoner escapes custody at the General Hospital. Mount Gay farmer charged with capital murder in death of student. Health officials confirm 3 active cases of tuberculosis. In the region, Jamaica's top diplomats meet in Kingston amid geopolitical uncertainty. Internationally, 9 killed and at least 25 injured in shootings in Canada. And in sports, Intercon launches with record-breaking financial contributions. As a matter of fact, this morning I should be having Mr. Conrad Francis with me as we talk athletics. Specifically the IMA Games coming up. So that has been the morning edition of news for today. It's Wednesday, the 11th day of February 2026. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day, extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Graphics and the team from Hot 98 FM, thank you for sharing your time with us. We look forward to a future engagement. Have a good day now, everybody.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Grenada, the countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, carded for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50, main stand $30, secondary stand $20, and bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands and bleachers. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026, the ultimate relay experience.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
My name is Dr. Abigail Noel, and I am the head of department at the Accident and Emergency Department. One thing I love about Mount Sinai is their spirit of collaboration. They came in with ideas that have transformed our department in real time. The implementation of ID bands for every patient that comes through the emergency department. That has decreased patient errors. They have implemented defibrillators on every ward. Thus far, 128 staff members have been trained in defibrillator use. The huddle system is basically small meeting with all team members. It improves communication between staff members as well as with patients. This transformation means everything to the emergency department and by extension the health system of Grenada.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
All right, folks, it's now 10 minutes after 7 o'clock, just turned 11 minutes actually. And this time I am happy to join Sergeant Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sarge.
A pleasant morning to you and also to our listeners, especially drivers and pedestrians this morning. And as we dive right into the traffic report, it is a quiet morning this morning in most of the areas, and it is one of the quieter mornings as we dive right into today's proceeding. Definitely, as I've stated, traffic is relatively light to on the quiet side of things, and we definitely hope that it remains so throughout the day. But we know what happens as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, and might I add, despite most of the areas are quiet, we must note that with the exception of traffic from the Caledonian Public Road, we seem to have a little bit of movement there than normal. It is not heavy at the moment, but it is moderately flowing at the moment from the Caledonian side, heading to the Grenada direction. Also coming up from the St. Paul's direction as well, it is from the Lucas Street roundabout end. We have already seen movement of traffic in that area, which leads a little higher up past the band house coming out from that area. We know that our traffic will definitely get heavy as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, but that is what is happening as it relates to traffic at this moment. Other areas are moderately flowing as we stated, and we definitely expect that traffic to have an increase as we dive right into the 8 o'clock hour. Diving right into the accident state. The accident state for the past 24 hours, we had a total of 11 minor accidents reported in the Trial State of Grenada. And they are as follows. The traffic headquarters had a total of 6 minor accidents. The South Policing District had a total of 3 minor. St. Paul's, 1 minor. And St. David, 1 minor, which gives us that total of 11 minor accidents reported in the Trial State. Here as a reported accident. That is where I will inform drivers again and again, and I will continue to do it until we drive home that message to the Grenadian public that we need to be prudent drivers along on our roads, and not just only prudent but responsible drivers. And as I've normally stated, most accidents can be avoided if we practice safe driving, if we practice these things that we were taught while we were getting our license. We definitely not see the amount of accidents along our nation's road, but what can we do but continue to drive that message home. In addition to that, we definitely will have at least 2 cruise ships in our port today, and we expect some visitors on our shores, and we want to again appeal to drivers in our towns and our hotspot areas. There will definitely be an increase in traffic, so you know what to look out for as it relates to pedestrian movements, especially in those areas. As we try to wrap things up, and we just want to improve on process, if you have not left home as yet, please do so to avoid the traffic rush as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. We trust that traffic wouldn't be too heavy this morning, but we know what happens when persons leave home late and when we do have unnecessary obstruction and so forth in those areas. But we definitely would have persons in choke points and so forth to assist in the direction of and the regulating of traffic, so that it will be a lot easier for motorists on a morning time. And as we try our best to reduce accidents on a daily basis, we're going to implore on drivers again and again and again to drive safely along our nation's road. Let us maintain our vehicles, let us drive within our speed limits, and let us drive for the road condition that we are driving in at that particular time. Obey traffic signs and signals. And as we on that note with road safety, there's a question that we normally will ask, and I wish we could have asked that question to maybe one of our listeners, our motorists this morning, so that they would at least be playing it in their head on a daily basis. And the question, as we, and I know some of them will be maybe asking and answering that question this morning. If you are texting, while driving, or doing anything else,
who is driving?
Who is driving?
If you are
texting, that I slow down a little.
Yeah.
Who is driving?
If you are texting, talking, or being distracted, then who is actually driving that vehicle? Sergeant Paul, thank you very much for that report as always. And if the good Lord spare lives, we'll have it again tomorrow morning, same time and place. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. You as well.
Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got a Riser Moneywise program. Mr. Michael Ponty Archibald will be joining me on the set for that segment.
This Valentine, celebrate under the stars at Love Fest. Saturday, February 14th at Quarantine Point Recreational Park from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Featuring all the way from Antigua, Burning Flames. Also live, Sabrina Francis, Rita, and Ultimate Perfections Band, Pan Wizards, and more. General admission starts at $100. Grab a couple special for only $180 while stocks last. Tickets are available at Grenadian Optical, Eventbrite, and GoToFed.com. Upgrade your experience with our bottle service, Sweetheart Table for Two, or a more private Cupid's Cabana. Our Love Fest partners, Lashington Agency, Sunrise Airways, Netherlands Insurance, GBN, Boss FM, Grenada Tourism Authority, Flow. Produced by Upstage. Love Fest is on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, starting 6 p.m. at Quarantine Point.
Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production, presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. One big performance, only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada, sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism, played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvie, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Bianchi Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
For 35 years, one name has stood with us. Through the storms and sunshine, we've been by your side. Whether you're on the road, at sea, on site, or at home, with Grenadian General Insurance, confidence comes standard. It's never been a better time to renew and update for added benefits. Join us in celebrating 35 years of safeguarding what matters most. Grenadian General Insurance, 35 years strong. Visit Grenadian General Insurance on Scott Street, St. George's. Call us at 440-2434 or visit grenadiangeneral.gd to get the coverage you need.
Grenada, the countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, carded for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50, main stand $30, secondary stand $20, and bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands and bleachers. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026, the ultimate relay experience.
Do you own an antique, a classic, a custom-built car or motorcycle, or a fully loaded modern car or truck? Come, show off your ride. Register now to be part of Grenada Auto Fest, and you can win part of the grand prize of over $50,000 in cash and prizes. Register online via our social media pages or at www.grenadaautofest.com. Saturday, March 14th at the Royal St. John's playing field. We recognize our partner, Waggity Renters and Son Company, True Bay Boutique Resort, On The Spot Hardware, and all the companies that sponsored our category prizes. Remember, over $50,000 in cash and prizes to be won. Grenada Auto Fest, Saturday, March 14th, Tantin.
Welcome to the conversation, the first leg of the conversation this morning. And you know, on Wednesdays, it's a Risers Day again. And we've got the Money Wise program this morning. And I'm talking with a goodly gentleman. He is busier now in retirement than when he was gainfully employed. But nonetheless, that's how it is with this kind of sophisticated gentleman. I'm speaking of none other than our well-known Michael Ponty Archibald. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Gordon, and good morning to your listeners and your viewers.
Yeah, you pronounce my name real nice. Say that again,
Gordon.
Yeah, that sounds nice. That sounds. You have a kind of Trini twig to it.
Okay.
All right. So this morning, you're representing a riser on the Money Wise program, as always on Wednesdays. We had a very good conversation, myself and Christopher Diali Senior, for the last.
I think I heard that. Part of that, at least part of it.
And we want to continue on that trajectory in terms of savings. We want to start. A riser is focused on getting members and prospective members in line for the year. And we know for anybody to have a successful year, they must plan budgeting and so forth. And a very key and integral part of budgeting is savings, which unfortunately quite a number of people, including myself, not very good at saving.
Well, it takes discipline.
Okay.
It takes discipline. But the savings habit is one of the basic and most fundamental habits and most beneficial habit that you can develop. Because your savings could be the basis of how you live your life.
Okay, and the quality of life you live.
And the quality of life you live. It's from which you take care of your emergencies, you take care of your investments, you can take care of anything that crops up. It all comes from your savings. And if you don't get in that savings habit, you could regret it.
I think sometimes I'm tempted to say that the system has failed us, because I remember as a youngster growing up in school, in primary school, Tivoli RC school, we had this children's savings union that you would put in.
Yes.
But that has disappeared.
Unfortunately, it has disappeared. And then we used to have, my grandmother's days, and you still have it somewhere around the hand, or was it proper?
The susu.
The susu.
Yeah.
The basis of all of that is to indoctrinate the savings habit into your lifestyle.
Right.
And the sooner we start doing it from school through the savings unions, right through when we start to work, the better in the long run. You see, we got right now in the habit of mixing up needs and wants.
Yeah. Not making that distinction.
So everything is a want to want, and we spend all our time and energies and monies on these wants, not thinking about our needs, which is the critical thing that we really should be looking at. And the basis of taking care of all those needs is your savings habit.
Right. Okay. Now, what would you say is the biggest challenge as it comes to saving, starting that habit of saving?
Discipline. Well, first, understanding the need to save. Getting into the habit, that is the most important thing. And then this whole distinction between needs and wants. If I were to point at something that creates the most problems in our lives financially, it is that distinction between needs and wants.
Right. The wants normally comes with instant gratification.
Instant gratification. We have to. I heard one gentleman say, we have to make a cultural shift away from instant gratification into gratification in the long term. All right, instead of no, say, okay, I will take care of my needs first. The gratification, which is the wants, will come a little later on.
Yeah, and if you put that into sensible thinking, you postpone it now, the instant gratification
Same
now,
thing.
and later on in life, you could have an extended gratification because you are prepared for it.
Well, you know, if you do your thing right, you will have financial independence.
Yeah.
Financial independence allows peace of mind.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you could find yourself later on in life, not so late, but later on in life, constantly worrying, constantly under pressure financially. Whereas if you had built it and structured that savings habit from the beginning, you will have a much more peaceful existence.
And that gives us, as they say, men, the ladies go through menopause, but us as men, we go through the midlife crisis. That's what it's amongst the midlife crisis. Now, some folks may argue, all right, how can I save with this little bit of money I'm getting in small income? How?
The very, very low level, people who are getting less than $900, $800 a month, it will be extremely difficult for them to do it. But once you start crossing the $1,000 and going up, you should be able to do it. One of the wealthiest men in the world said that you must spend after you save. But what we do, we tend to we tend to spend first.
Yeah, we save afterwards.
And save afterwards. But by the time you're going around to save, the money is finished. So you have to save first and spend afterwards. By that he means your salary. You send your salary to your account. Most people do that now. Most organizations you work for will send your salary to your bank account. You open a second account. That is a true savings account. That first account is what I call your transaction account. Wow. Because the salary goes in, you pay your food, your clothes, all your real needs go. That's the action account.
Yeah, the rent and the grant.
You have your card and you run to the ABM. That's that account. But you make an arrangement with the bank or the credit union, or you do it yourself, because you could do it now with internet banking. You can do it yourself. As your salary hits that account, you transfer 10 to 15% of that salary into the savings account. So what remains, so for argument's sake, your salary is $1,000, and you send 10% across, which is $100. So that $100 goes into the savings, the true savings account. Yeah. That's account number 2. Mm-hmm. What remains in account number 1 is $900, and you live and budget and plan off that $900.
And it would be even nicer in the end if you can still save something out of that $900.
Well, if you can do that, all the better. So instead of living and spending out of the $1,000, you're living and spending out of the $900. Now you have to have the discipline to leave that savings account, this account number 2, alone and not trouble it.
Okay.
Right.
I think my friend from last week, Mr. Diali, he put it in a nice way. He said, if you're working for $1 and you can't save 5 cents, you're wasting time. I like this.
But we have to admit that under $1,000 is a struggle.
Okay.
It's a struggle. But we can do it. But it takes discipline. It takes understanding first of the need and discipline to get this thing going. Once you get in the habit, you know, I do a lot of training and consultation on financial matters and soft skills, etc. And my greatest sense of satisfaction is to meet someone a year later who says to me, Mr. Archie, the thing work, you know. I have a savings account to have X in it.
I think you have to become my best friend, my new best friend.
Of course, I don't always hear that. Some people meet me and say, don't work.
Right.
But that is because is the discipline is lacking.
The discipline.
As soon as the savings account starts to build up, they see a shoe that they want.
Yeah.
And I look at people, your salary is $1,000, but you're buying a shoe
for $500.
For $500.
Yeah.
I mean, where is the common sense in that?
Yeah. It shows where your priority lies.
That's right. Yeah. And the mixing up of needs and wants.
Now, we're into this technological age, right? As a matter of fact, yesterday I had this gentleman on Spot Pay that, cash apps and so forth.
Yes.
Okay, that's the age we're in. But where is it best to save? Some folks still have this grandparents' mentality of keeping money under the mattress and in the bed. Where is it safer? Where is best?
Save in an institution.
In an institution.
Whether it's a credit union or a bank.
Okay.
In the more developed countries, you have other different types of savings vehicles. Mm-hmm. But I would say in our environment, it is a credit union or the bank, not under the mattress, not under the big stone, because you don't know who's watching you put it there.
Yeah.
Now choose a credit union or a bank that is regulated, registered, and well known. Because if you choose one that is not, you can run yourself into difficulty. Most of our banks here fall into the properly regulated, registered category, so we don't have too much of a problem there. Most of our credit unions also, we have one or two small ones that I don't know much about, but the established ones, and we now have them regulated by GAFIN. So we now have proper regulation in place. So it does not remove all risk. Every investment
is a risk.
Yeah. But you feel a lot better when you know that it's regulated. Registered, regulated, and reputable. The 3 R's.
Okay. Yeah, registered, regulated, and reputable.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this. Now, lifestyle. Folks nowadays, they complain that the lifestyle of the day doesn't permit them to be as disciplined in saving as they ought to, because the things are always in their faces, the promotions, the advertisement make it look so irresistible.
Needs and wants.
That's what it boils down to.
Needs and wants. It comes down always to needs and wants. Your lifestyle is governed by your income. You cannot have a lifestyle that is based on $5,000 a month when your income is $2,000 a month.
Yeah. It will run you aground.
Yeah. You have to base your lifestyle on your level of income. And that is why it's recommended that you try to develop a second source of income. I know a lot of people nowadays, they have their steady salary. Mm-hmm. This is what the basis of everything. And they have what Mr. Diali called a pankwai.
Yeah.
A little something good on the side. Maybe they can sew. I know a colleague of mine who's a mechanic, and he makes more money on the weekend than he makes in his salary.
Right.
So you look for a pankwai or a second source of income, and I would suggest that second source of income, a lot of that should be saved. But you cannot live a $5,000 lifestyle if your salary is $2,000, and that's a basic principle. But you see people trying their best.
Yeah. In financial terms, it means that you are constantly living in a deficit.
Yeah, you can't, and it catches up with you.
Yeah,
eventually. It catches up with you.
Yeah.
I want to just go back to the savings side. There are a few things that savings account is used for. The first aim there must be to develop at least 4 or 5 months' salary.
In your savings?
In that savings account.
Okay.
Why is that? You never know when you lose your job.
Right.
Something happens.
You fall sick.
You fall sick. So you need to have that cushion there, what I call for emergencies. You lose your job, your child falls sick, whatever. That cushion, which I suggest should be about 4 months' salary. Once you get there, that's step number one. You continue savings now for other things, for investments, for savings to buy your cars, for savings to buy your house, or whatever. To travel.
Yeah.
It's the same savings account, but you want to have that first level, what I call the emergency level, for things because things are going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody who does not wake up one morning and to Jesus.
Yeah. But Mr. Archibald, to the folks out there are some folks out there now that might be saying, well, this man is a madman. I'm barely trying to make it on this 1 month salary. You telling me I should have up to 4 months salary saved? How do you do that?
The same, remember I described that, moving that $100 over?
From the $1,000 salary?
Or $50. You got to note every month and let it build. And you cannot go and interfere with it. It comes down again always to discipline. Mm-hmm. Discipline, determination. But it benefits you in the long run, and that's come back to that earlier discussion we had, the gratification. We have to put away this instant gratification by going after the wants and focus. What is my true need? My true need is my child and education. My true need is the meals that I have to eat. That fancy shoe for $500 is a want.
Yeah.
That show at the stadium is a want.
Yeah.
You know, and you see people, they come to you and say, lend me $5, or things bad, I can't make it. And then you see them in a show for $200.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to ask yourself, where are your priorities? Which is a want, which is a need? That $200 could have been in a savings account. Yeah. No, it's, you know, people, when I do these classes, you always have people who fight back. But there always my sense of gratification comes from the 2 or 3 who listen and change,
right,
and focus and meet me a year later and say, thank you, boss.
I'm a good student. You taught me well.
Yeah, but usually, unfortunately, it's 10% of the class.
And why do you think so? Why the 90%?
We locked into this lifestyle. We see it on TV. We hear the neighbor does so and so, we want to do it too. My girlfriend went and did this, I want to do it too.
But you know, they're missing a point. There's this saying that says, you know, we always say the grass looks greener on the other side.
Always looks greener on the other side. But if the
grass is looking greener on the other side, bet your bottom dollar that owner of that grass over there is spending more money on water and fertilizer.
That's right. But the grass always looks green until you get across there too, and then you find it's not quite as green as you thought it was.
Now, savings, okay? In addition to creating that buffer for emergencies and security purposes, what are some of the other benefits you could say from having
think of the things that you want in life. You have that buffer now, so you have that 400 or 500, but you're continuing to save. Why are you continuing to save? You need to buy a car. Whatever you say you want to do, you want to buy a car, you want to start building a house, you want to travel, that is where that money comes in. How do you travel? It comes from that same account. Right? You go to the bank and you said, or your credit union, and you say you want to start constructing a house. Whether it's 100,000, whether it's 300,000, they say, okay, but you have to have
an input.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
So that savings there is where you start to build to get all the other things that the goals in your life. Go back to Mr. Diali. You have to have some objectives, some goals. And once you have established those goals, the goals could be travel, it could be your house, you know, whatever it is. Your child has to go to university. You have to have those goals well established. Now, that savings account is where the basis and the foundation of achieving all those other things that you want to do.
Okay. So, in essence, it's safe to say that it's most important to have that buffer savings in place.
Oh, yes.
And then you can branch off.
Then you can develop, things. You can save for the rest. Same. I know a friend who has about 5 savings accounts. One is the buffer, one is children's school, one is this, one is that. That's fine. And I think some of the credit unions have various accounts for various things, retirement, etc. That's fine. But the principle of the thing is the same. You have to have that savings emergency first, that emergency fund first. When you have that emergency fund, you sleep better, you know.
Yeah. So maybe that's why I'm not sleeping at all.
You know, and I keep saying things happen. This morning, my car decided to give trouble. Nice car, but decided to give trouble.
Yeah.
If you don't have that little thing stuck aside there to fix that, you're in serious trouble.
You're in problems.
And you see people buy a car, forgetting that a car has to be maintained. And they don't maintain the car starts to give trouble. So, I'm throwing this back at myself now.
Yeah. but there are so many different things that have to be taken into consideration. With even buying a car, you know, the planning for it. People just think, okay, the credit union or the bank says, come, you're getting 100% financing, and my salary could afford it, so you take a car. But do you plan for the maintenance?
They don't. They don't. too many people don't. They want the car, because the car will take them to FET, etc., etc. Now, there are some genuine needs for a car. Don't misunderstand me. But I'm saying when you're planning to buy a car, also plan for the maintenance and the upkeep of the car. Not just for getting the car and making the loan payment. Your salary might be able to take that monthly loan payment. But can your salary also deal with the gasoline? Can your salary also deal with the maintenance? When the car needs tires, can the salary deal with it? So it's not just the funds to pay that monthly payment on the loan. You have to be able to insurance a car is $2,000-$3,000.
But nowadays I know for a fact with Ariza it makes life a little easier. They get you involved in a savings plan for your insurance, so every month on the loan payment, and that's the thing. Ariza has been creating a lot of wave, encouraging and getting people into the habit of savings. Unfortunately, Mr. Archibald, the conversation could have gone on until this evening, but we've exhausted our time.
That's fine.
And I believe that once God permits, you're going to join me next week again, because we have a conversation to continue, and it's so critical. Marcia says, good morning. Susu is still around more than ever. Example, bus drivers, market vendors, workplace and villages. But there's a school of thought that's saying what you put into the Susu is what you get back. If you put it in a financial institution,
you get some interest.
You get a little. Even if
I agree. It is true that the interest rate is low at this point. Right.
But it's still getting something.
It's still a little something.
Yeah.
So that I'm not arguing against the Susu, because it gets you into that habit
of saving.
And I think, but you also have instances where somebody decides they want more than their hand.
Yeah.
And they take
a little extra.
So you have to be very careful about who makes up your Susu team.
Yeah.
But when I remember growing up, my grandmother came from Paradise and St. Andrews, so I spent all my holidays up there. And you hear this talk about Susu. That was the first exposure to the talk. And that is how people bought their appliances and repaired their homes and so on and so on.
Yeah.
So the Susu has a role to play. It's part of our culture.
And as Marcia rightfully said, Susu is still very prevalent.
Yes.
Some people use it wisely. Some use it as a start to the start. They use it as a build-up to start the actual savings. You understand?
Yeah.
So they wait and they get a Susu and I hear, I'm going to start my savings in it. If it's that, but
the Susu has started a lot of people to get in some of their goals.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to argue against the Susu. I'm going to say just make sure of the people who are on the team.
Okay.
One, and bear in mind that in a financial institution you get some return, some interest,
and some measure of security as well.
Yes. RRR.
Yes.
Registered, reputable, and regulated.
Mr. Archibald, thank you for sharing with us. I really wish that your experience and expertise is utilized to the max to get Grenada on that mindset of financial management, financial literacy.
Needs and wants.
That's what it boils down to, and discipline. Yeah. So
everything good takes discipline.
Yeah. Thank you for being with us as usual, and we look forward to another engagement. Folks, that has been Ariza's Money Wise program. We take a quick break. When we come back, I've got Mr. Conrad Francis as we talk IMA games coming up. Stick and stay with us. We'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
The I in Ariza stands for you, our members. Your goals matter to us. When you speak, we listen and we act. That's why we've rolled out new deposit rates to help your money work harder. We're offering 4.25% on retirement accounts, 4% on educational savings, and 3.5% on 5-year fixed deposits. We're helping you save on your mortgage. Switch to Ariza and enjoy rates as low as 3.99% plus 50% off legal and processing fees. We are also making it easier to get on the road. Get 100% vehicle financing with rates of just 5% on the purchase of a new vehicle. And if you already have a loan for a recent model, we'll help you switch and enjoy better rates. And for our loyal members, we've designed the Ariza Advantage account, which gives you the VIP experience you deserve. You requested, we responded, you received.
This is the Ariza promise. Better value, better service, members first.
Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
This Valentine, celebrate under the stars at Love Fest. Saturday, February 14th at Quarantine Point Recreational Park from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Featuring all the way from Antigua, Burning Flames. Also live, Sabrina Francis, Rita, and Ultimate Perfections Band, Pan Wizards, and more. General admission starts at $100. Grab a couple special for only $180 while stocks last. Tickets are available at Grenadian Optical, Eventbrite, and GoToFed.com. Upgrade your experience with our bottle service, Sweetheart Table for Two, or a more private Cupid's Cabana. Our Love Fest partners, Lashington Agency, Sunrise Airways, Netherlands Insurance, GBN, Boss FM, Grenada Tourism Authority, Flow. Produced by Upstage. Love Fest is on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, starting 6 p.m. at Quarantine Point.
For 35 years, one name has stood with us. Through the storms and sunshine, we've been by your side. Whether you're on the road, at sea, on site, or at home, with Grenadian General Insurance, confidence comes standard. It's never been a better time to renew and update for added benefits. Join us in celebrating 35 years of safeguarding what matters most. Grenadian General Insurance, 35 years strong. Visit Grenadian General Insurance on Scott Street, St. George's. Call us at 440-2434 or visit grenadiangeneral.gd to get the coverage you need.
Go paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bills straight to your email inbox faster and more convenient with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under additional options and paperless billing, hit sign up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click sign me up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Switch to e-billing and put the power in your hands.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Welcome back to the conversation. As promised, I've got with me the president of the Grenada Athletics Association, a man of athletics, a man who's been around for eons, who has shaped the lives of many of our athletes and is still giving up his time and energies to ensure that, the athletes are well represented. Mr. Conrad Francis, good morning.
Good morning to you, and good morning to all the listeners to your platform.
Good morning. It's a long time I haven't been in the studio. I mean, at some point I thought you migrated, so you might have been an advisor in the US or something.
Well, yeah, I'm in and out of the country.
Okay. Most of it. All right. How's athletics in Grenada? We're here to talk primarily about the IMA games that's coming up, but let's talk athletics in general, or overview, and then we'll zero in. How's athletics?
I think athletics is in a very good place at this point in time. We have what we are noticing is an increase of competitions, and that is very good, because athletes needs the competition if they are to improve on their performances, because track and field is a performance-based sport. It's very individual, and I'll say in terms of competitions, we are there. Administratively, I think we are doing very well also, and also in terms of collaboration with various entities, I think we are in a good place also. So track and field in itself, although it is an individual sport, but for it to improve and propel to higher heights, we need to collaborate with various stakeholders in order to have a good product. So it is not by what I want to say is not a fluke when we produce Olympic and world champions.
One of the concerns that have always been standing throughout the years was the fact that, okay, we have good athletes who can become better athletes and eventually best athletes, but they lacked the support from the business community and so forth to ensure that their training regime and all that comes with it, the nutrition and everything. Are we seeing a change from the business community getting more involved? I just seen Lotto sponsored intercall games to the tune of $350,000. Are private business entities getting more in line?
I'm saying yes. We do have a lot of business places coming on board. It could be better, but I think as a small community, we have to be very thankful for what we are getting from the business community.
Okay, that's a very diplomatic way of answering it, almost a political answer, but the politicians usually answer like that. But again, too, one of the things that has to be taken into consideration is the fact that, as you said, 110,000 people, businesses, so many businesses competing, so financial resources are, sparse and so forth. Yeah. So whatever support we get, we have to be thankful for.
And I must point out that, we have been the recipient of a lot from the business community. We have the IMA sponsoring the relay meet. We have Ariza Credit Union sponsoring our national championships. And we do get some sponsorship because over the season we've had 5 developmental meets, and 3 of those meets we did get some support from the business community.
Okay, and there seems to be something that is being done right in Grenada, because Grenada is getting back-to-back Carifta games.
Well, actually, it is not back-to-back. We hosted Carifta in 2024.
Okay.
And there was, last year was in Trinidad. We were asked to host the 2025 games, the 2026 games, it was never in our realm of thought, but we were approached, and you are very correct. It seems that we are doing something right, because in Trinidad, when Guyana actually announced that they will not be able to host, every single person in terms of the federations in the region turned to us and say, well, we are going back to Grenada in 26.
Wow.
And that is because that we've always had very good organizational level when we host these big meets, because you have to remember that Grenada is a country where we've been hosting the Whitsuntide Games since in the early 1950s. And hundreds of people came to Grenada for the Whitsuntide Games. So we have inherited a good level of organization over the years, and we have really transferred that or inherited that, and we today, the gatekeepers, we are just continuing that. So we've hosted 3 character games before, and it has always been, every time they're saying this is the best ever, this is the best ever, because we pull out all our stocks and we use all our experiences, and then not forgetting, very importantly, the warmth and hospitality of our people. Very, very important.
People look forward to coming to Grenada.
They look forward to coming to Grenada, and I can tell you here that some of the hotels are already booked out with spectators for April coming. People are coming to Grenada for the character games.
Okay. Now, looking at the athletics calendar for 2026, it is jam-packed. When I say jam-packed, a whole number of meets. I mean, it's true that the athletes need as much competitions to perform in to get to the A games, but sometimes isn't it too many?
No, I don't think so.
In terms of the durability of the athletes.
Yeah, I'm saying that I don't think that there are too many competitions. What has to happen is the management of our athletes.
Okay.
Athletes needs to be managed. For track and field is a performance-based sports, so you have to compete. You have to compete. And that's the only how you can really monitor and structure your training program properly, so that the athletes can peak at the right time. So you really need these competitions. But the problem is that some of these athletes are not managed properly. For example, you may have a competition and for 3 days, and you see an athlete running 13 times during that competition for the 3 days. So that is insufficient time for recuperation of the athletes to take place. So, and it's tantamount to really abuse of the athletes. So our coaches and the schools especially have to be very careful
in managing the athletes.
In managing the athletes, the schools and clubs, very, very important. But the competitions are necessary, and we've had, as I said before, we've had 5 developmental meets, and what we advise our coaches to do is that not every meet you allow the athletes to run 2 events or 3 events for that. So no, you spread them out. This meet you can run the 100 meters, the next one you can run the 200, or sometimes you even skip one.
Right.
You know, but the competitions must be there, so that the athletes can compete and the coaches can manage their training programs properly. Because track and field is all about training, monitoring, and evaluating your athletes. The evaluation is the competition.
Right.
Right? And your peak at the right time.
Okay. So in essence, a good athlete all right, is dependent on the athlete's personal performance, but also the management of that athlete.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the coaches are the ones that are responsible for that. In track and field, we say that we highlight the athletes.
Okay.
They have to be the limelight because they are the ones that actually performing, putting on. But behind the scenes, there is a team working with them, the coaches, the parents. These days you have the trainers, the physios. All these people comes into play and has to be credited for the athletes' performances that you see.
Having said that, in terms of the administration of athletics, not just the athletes now, but the support mechanism behind the scene, the trainer, the physio, the coach, the managers of the school's team and the club and so forth. How are we doing in that division, in that department?
Well, I think we are doing very well, but there's still a long way to go. There's still a long way to go, and I think our stakeholders, which are the coaches, as you mentioned, our stakeholders are getting to understand that the sports is not just going out there and compete, but a lot has to take place behind the scenes, and I think more and more they are understanding that it's teamwork. Right, you have the trainer who handles the weight training. You have the medical people who assist in terms of the physiotherapy, helping the athletes to recover. You have the dietitians who advise on nutrition. So it's a whole complex network.
So is it safe to say now that athletics management in Grenada has adopted the world trend, the world trend of the scientific approach in terms of assessing and evaluating your athletes to know what nutrition, what diet to put an individual athlete under, and so forth to get maximum or optimum performance?
Yes, I think so, because as I said, we live in a very technological world and things are changing very rapidly. So our coaches, the thing is that it's evolving, so you always have to keep abreast with the new technologies, and the coaches' education is very critical, and we have been trying at least to advise coaches to get themselves up to date. Most of these courses are now online, and we advise our coaches to get to speed. Also, the competitions does a lot for that, and as you know, on Saturday, on the 21st of February, we'll be having the IMA National Relay Meet, and this is one of the biggest meets in Grenada. And it probably is safe to say after Intercall is the relay meet, and over the years it has grown. I mean, beyond with leaps and bounds. Right? Because when we started that meet back in the 90s, I think it would have been 1994 to be exact, that this meet was started, and a lot of efforts were put into that meet. And actually, this meet was started because of a movement that was taking place in the country at that particular time. You had the schools in the East had the Eastern Games.
Right.
Right? So all the schools in the East got together and had this big games, and very good games, very good. And very good athletes came out from that.
That game used to be taking place in Victoria Park.
In Victoria Park. So it was a challenge for the schools in the South, because again we go back to competition. The more the athletes compete and manage properly, is a better performances you get. So it was a means of counteracting the Eastern schools. We get in left. So a couple of us decided, the late Gordon Ward and this Vida Bruno Victor and myself, we got together and decided we have to do something, but we're going to do it differently. And we decided to have a relay meet.
Okay.
And that's where it was born. But from that, we had various objectives for coming from that meet also, because when we went into the Ministry of Sports in 1996 under the then Minister of Sports, Adrian Mitchell.
Yeah.
He said, listen, we're going to put the relay meet on our ministry's budget, right? And the profits from that relay meet will go into funding the character team.
Okay.
Right? And that started an entire movement, because we were able now to send more athletes to the character games, because before that, when the character games started in 1972, let's say we went with about 12 athletes, so 72 and 73, and after that they had a significant decrease in the amount of athletes going to character games. 3 athletes, 2 athletes, and so on. And it was not until the advent of the relay meet and having that funds being channeled towards sent towards the character team that we again started to have increase the number of athletes going to character games, and subsequently exposing more athletes, and so that's where we had all our international stars were born from that whole movement of increased participation in character, together with other variables. Okay. Right? So the annual relay meet on the 21st of February is very, very critical to our development in track and field in Grenada. And we really want to encourage all our people out there, all our track and field fans, and even those who do not love track and field, I can guarantee if they come to the stadium that
they'll get an inkling to it.
They will be there. They will be there every year.
Okay, that's awesome. So having said that, with the IMA relay meets coming up on the 21st of this month, which happens to be next week Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. Who are some of the key stars you're looking for? Can you identify a few that very, very high prospects?
Well, the relay meet is by teams. It's by teams, so you cannot really single out individuals.
Okay.
Right. But as you know, we have the powerhouses in track and field in Grenada, the clubs and schools. The clubs, you're talking Trackblazers from St. David's, you have the MVP, the beast in the south, and you also have coming from St. Andrews, you have Ace and Altitude and so on, and schools, some schools, some people may enter as schools, some may enter as clubs, right? Because we have a very vibrant club structure now. I can guarantee that these clubs will be coming with their A game, clubs and schools, to really entertain the people, and more so that they can also win some money, because we have some very good prizes, money prizes. We have increased it, right? So the events. One event, the track event is a total of $900, right? So and that is distributed in $300 for first place, $200 for second, and $100 for third place. And we also have some field events. We have six field events, and it will be $100 for first place, 75 for second, and 50 for third. So in all, grand total, it's about over $25,000 up for grabs.
Okay. Wow.
So the athletes, the schools and clubs would really want to come out and earn themselves some money, because for the season, this is the first time we are really giving out such a payday. For the 5 series developmental meets, at the end of it, we gave some small tokens together with trophies. But this is an opportunity for them to win some big money at the IMA relay meets.
Okay, well, that's important. Well, and let me ask this: it would be remiss of me if I do not ask, how significant, how meaningful, how impactful is it that IMA is sponsoring that event?
Well, IMA has come forward and decided to sponsor the meet. So this is the second year that they will be doing so. So in actual fact, it is a rebrand.
Okay.
Because before it was known by another name, the KFC Relay Meet. So we have rebranded, and IMA is the one responsible for that. So IMA is all about the development of the youth in Grenada, the human resources of Grenada, and sports is one of the avenues in which they are doing that, and there's no better place they can be to do so than in the relay meet.
Okay. As we wrap now, persons who are interested in coming to the games next Saturday, that's the 21st, is there a cost for entrance?
Yes, of course. There's a paltry entrance fee of finish line is $50. The main stand is $30. The secondary pavilion is $20, and the bleachers is $15. I think children under 12 would pay, I think it's $10.
Okay. What time does it start?
It starts at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. So it will give people some time to do all the throws at home and then head down to the National Stadium for 3 p.m. and do not miss the action, because there will be 33 events jam-packed. You have the 4x1s, the mixed relays in the 4x2. You have the 8x50 meters for the younger ones, right? So it will be action-packed, because all the categories will be there. The under 9, the under 11, the under 13, under 15, under 17, under 20, and the 20 plus.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you have been to any of our meets for the season, but hundreds of people come out to our games, and they love to see the young athletes run. That's one of the main attraction, and some of these young kids are already superstars.
Yeah,
they are superstars, right? So I would resist calling names for fear of leaving out some of them, but to the listeners, the spectators out there, they know who these athletes are, and they come. I mean, it's amazing. You have spectators coming to back. They know the athletes from the under 9 category come up.
One of the things that excite me the most, as you brought that up, is I could call the names, but I would refrain from doing that. There are some parents literally run the track with this.
Yes, it happens. It happens.
That's how passionate. Yeah. I think I am forced to agree with you that athletics and sports in a whole is on a rise and is on an upward trajectory in Grenada, and all that is needed is, from an organizational standpoint, is that we create that right atmosphere for the athletes to thrive, and eventually, when we start reaping the rewards and the successes, I think sponsorship and so forth will start falling in line, because entities would want to be identified. You see, like Bank Adapt Kirani, other entities would want to identify that, hey, I am part of this process and this development.
Yes, and I must say that it has already started happening. As I said earlier on, the fact that we have Olympic champions and world champions in Grenada today is not a fluke.
Yeah.
Our structure is good. If you have been following over the years, and it continues from pre-primary schools, they have their track meets.
Yeah.
Now is the season for it, and if you go around the country, practically every day there is a track meet. And don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
You will not see that in many other countries. And they are very uniformed and structured.
Yeah.
And so that is our nucleus.
Okay.
That is the nucleus, the motto that drives track and field in Grenada.
And
so we are, as a federation, are here to monitor and select these talents and try to nurture them in a way so that in the future we can produce many more Olympic and world champions. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
So we are just vehicles. We are to harness these talents, and so that we can present them to the public and to see them, and they would be able to say, I remember this athlete as an under 9. I've been following them from under 9 to the Olympic podium, and that is what is happening in Grenada today.
Yeah, and it's really a joy looking at the passion. I mean, I was driving through St. David, hometown in recent times, and a youngster was like, Mr. Innocent, we having the relay meeting last just again this year. And it's a youngster, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to. I mean, Conrad, just continue doing what you and your team are doing, and I implore businesses to get involved in supporting, because in the final analysis, the nation benefits.
Of course, the nation benefits, and I think our athletes have been doing a wonderful job in terms of putting Grenada on the map. I mean, you talk about Kirani James. I mean, the amount of exposure that Grenada gets, I mean, we cannot pay for that.
Yeah.
Through sports.
Yeah.
And track and field is the main vehicle, the main sport that is driving this in the diaspora and throughout the world.
Okay. Thank you very much for dropping by. And folks, again, I urge you to, get involved, come on out and support the athletes on the 21st of this month. That's next Saturday at the Athletic Stadium. It starts from 3 in the p.m.
Yeah.
Any closing words?
3 p.m. Anywhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock. And don't forget that tickets can be obtained online from GoToFet and also at the Grenada Optical.
Okay. Thank you very much, folks. I have been speaking there with Mr. Conrad Francis, the president of the Grenada Athletics Federation. Is Federation or Association?
Yeah.
Federation. And inviting us all to be a part of the IMA Relay Meet that's coming up on Saturday, the 21st of February. That's next Saturday at the Grenada Nationals or Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Folks, that's it for the conversation this morning, an extended version, but I do hope that you enjoyed. And thank you for being with us.